Oh yeah, somebody said Randy Santel. That's the dude's last name. The competitive eater who has
Yeah.
the elaborate uh, intro to his eating challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Santel.
Santel.
I've seen a couple more from him. And
I'm Randy Santel, and I'm gonna eat this desk. And then he like crosses himself, spins his hat backward.
yeah, does the double
I
guns.
do I have to eat the drawers too, or just the desk?
Disqualified. Too much desk.
Yeah. He said it was mahogany. This is clearly oak. I've been bait and switched yet again. Now I have to eat my own hat. Speaking of eating your own hat, this weekend at the wedding, we were there for a friend of ours, and this was, remember when I went to that wedding and Lisa Sparks was there in San Diego?
Yeah. How could I forget?
Same family.
I wrote a short story about it.
Yeah.
The two of you had to defuse a bomb to save the entire beach. Everybody was watching.
Yeah, but she couldn't reach the bomb because her tits got in the way. Mm-hmm. I remember that. You got shortlisted for a Man Booker. I was pissed. Paris Review published you.
Taking it to Edinburgh.
So yeah. Oh, easy. So easy. Is this a page? What is this?
I think so. We're talking about putting babies in sluts only shirts.
That's nothing, Becker. Well, that is nothing like what we've hidden behind that $5 paywall.
I know, but it seems like you might as well go full on.
We'll let this story decide. So my wife is very sweet and kind, and also she was Tuesday night talent at this wedding for sure. So one of the family members happens to have a little thing we call Down syndrome in the community. And Emily is very sweet, and he's a sweet kid. He likes to come up to you and flex and grunt, and you're like, hell yeah, Christian, you're the dog. So Emily was dancing with Christian throughout the evening, and I, at one point, had to go outside because I was almost throwing up at laughing at the idea of going up to my wife and grabbing her by the arm and saying, "What the fuck are you doing? I'm standing right here. You're dancing with another guy? What the hell? Who's this, Emily? Who the fuck's this? What's his deal?"
Instant page.
And I was like, so I'm sitting there laughing about that, and then I'm like, who could I share this with? And then I really started laughing when I thought about going up to his mom and explaining the bit to her, and just her being like, that's not funny, Sam. Emmy, what the hell? Who the hell is this guy?
What do you think? You think his dick's cooler than mine? Let's see it.
Yeah. What? This sucks, Sam. You brought me all the way out here, and now you're dancing with this stud?
Didn't the mom say something funny last time about either him or the bride?
She
said
kept
something funny.
Well, this is a direct quote. She said, I tell him you might be retarded, but you're not stupid. That's what she says.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something like he's dumb as hell. I thought it was something biting that a mom would say,
Yeah.
That's my little project.
And also, like, everyone there, because the father of the, in this instance, groom, owns a bunch of strip clubs in Vegas. So, like, everyone there is just either a current stripper or a retired stripper. So it's just like every type of having them is had,
Was Lisa there?
No, she was not there this time. I think she might have passed away.
She couldn't defuse the bomb.
Yeah, I think it was the 56 load at that bukkake that finally put her over the edge.
She tried to suck the bomb's dick, and it detonated early.
Red wire or pink wire? How about both at the same time?
That's all she knows.
Yeah.
You can't fuck your way out of this one.
So that was very fun, and I got infinite joy out of that. And then also, the bride's family was a bunch of white people from Oklahoma, and they kept doing the worm. And I know that we often joke on this podcast about people laughing so hard they do the worm. But then I actually thought about it, and I was like, my God, if you were to move someone to the point of laughing that they got up out of the chair and then did the worm in the aisle of a comedy show, I would aneurysm for sure. My head would pop and I would shit and piss. My eyes would explode out of my head if someone literally was like, oh, damn, that's a good joke, and then just hits the floor and worms out. The actual real life implementation of someone responding to a joke with the worm was killing me, dude. I was just cracking myself up the whole time. And again, I can't explain this to anyone because they think I was a madman.
Yeah.
But man,
it's funny to picture those church, like the giant church videos when people go up to get saved or whatever, and they like dance around and speak in tongues. That would be pretty cool if somebody busted out the worm.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be ready.
God.
They would just follow that guy. They'd be like, we believe in the worm now.
Yeah.
Hail the worm.
It's no longer a snake handling church. It's a worm handling church. Man. The worm. What a funny. And they were doing it, of course, because it was like ironic, So it's all these white people doing the worm, and then just like a bunch of very wealthy Iraqis who are watching from the sidelines. And I'm on the Iraqi squad. Also, I'm dressed like a fucking Topaz salesman. I got a pink suit coat on.
You look nice.
I look like an RV salesman. Emily's all cross-eyed, Because it was an open bar and they ran out of seltzers. So she just, I had to start drinking vodka sodas. Yeah. Ooh. Perfect crime, Emmy.
Because you drank all the seltzers, right?
No, I was on Hennessy and champagne.
Together?
No, separate. But I was switching off between Henny and Champ.
I was like, whoa, I didn't think that was a move, but
yeah.
No.
It hasn't stopped you before.
They mixed in my belly and they got along quite nice. Probably because they're both French.
Yeah, kissing cousins.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm no longer going to Paris, everyone. I'm sorry that week in Paris has been canceled. I don't know who I'm apologizing to. Our Parisian listeners.
All the Paris
we have yeah. Je suis un Lund gay.
Un Lund homme.
Yeah, home. That's right.
It might be good that you stay away because they're fucking protesting.
I know. I wanted to see it though.
En masse.
I wanted to have boots on the ground over there and do a little war correspondence.
Do the worm
for Barstool. Yeah.
Do the worm while shit's on fire. That'd be pretty cool looking.
That's the only way you can get through the minefield is worming
instead of playing the fiddle.
Yeah.
Somebody does the worm.
Becker, can you do the worm?
No, but you talking about this seriously makes me remember one time I was at a show at the Largo. And I started like laughing so hard that the old theater chair, like the seat, it folds up like this.
Mm-hmm.
It snapped forward. And like while I was laughing my ass off, fell on the ground. And the comedian on stage I was kind of in the aisle, focused on me and like stood there staring at me on the ground. Like, I don't know if they were trying to make me piss myself or what, but they were having a ball. And it's some of the hardest I've ever laughed at a comedy show.
Who was on stage? Earthquake?
Man, I don't really want to admit it. It was Silverman.
Oh, nice.
Jake Silverman? She's funny.
Sarah Silverman. Yeah, but she's not like fall on the floor and almost piss yourself funny. She had me going bad. But the chair breaking was part of me being hysterical. Like the fact that I was like, and then on the floor. And then she was just at the edge of the Largo, like staring at me, continuing the bit. Like if I hit this really good, maybe that kid will piss.
Yeah, that is what you want. Whenever you see someone in the crowd at a very low point, you want to embarrass them even further. I'm serious. That's what I love.
Yeah,
I get off on that shit.
I just talked to somebody who said they rarely. Who was it? They said they rarely go to comedy shows because they hate mean. Oh yeah, it was just this older guy. He said that he hates the idea of comics being mean to him, so he doesn't like going and sitting anywhere near the front because
who was that? Who said that?
Just a guy at the bar.
Okay,
this guy Mark. He sketches, and he stuck around. There were bands, and he liked to sketch to certain while music is on. I didn't see any of the sketches. It was probably, naked women.
Becker?
I watched David Cross deal with a NSA leader.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I went to the David Cross show on Sunday night. Sean Patton had a rough opening set, but David...
What? Yeah.
It was just like, I don't know if he was having a bad day, but it was like weirdly paced, and he was stepping on all the laughs and just hurrying through it.
He wasn't bombing. It was just
no, it was
weird.
Just weird. Yeah. David Cross gets through his whole thing, and we were sitting up in the balcony at the Gothic, so I could see that he had scripts on a table. And I was like, I wonder what he's doing with that. So like right towards the end, he's like, "Can I? Does anybody in the audience want to volunteer to do the sketch with me?" And like right dead center in the second row, this hick, like the only country-looking dude in the whole audience, raises his hand, and he just looks like really tall Crash for Nathan.
He's a guy who thinks Run Ronnie Run was real.
Yeah. Yes,
that's my guy.
1000%.
Yeah.
And this
Ronnie, right here, Ronnie.
And like it's second row at the Gothic, so like David Cross can almost like really lean over and poke his forehead, and he's like, "You, sir," and the guy just puts his arm down and stares at him, and David Cross is like, "Yeah, you, dude," and he's like, "It would be an honor." And then David Cross hesitates, and he's like, "All right, then get the fuck on stage."
Yeah.
Dude comes up, he hands him a script. This guy, like the levels he was working on was nuts. He hands him a script. He's like, "All right, you're the audience member. That's all the stuff highlighted in pink. I'm going to go ahead and start the sketch." And Cross reads his like first little 3-line thing. And then the guy just doesn't read very well the first line.
Yeah.
So David Cross is like, "Oh, okay, man, it's okay to be nervous. Hey, have fun. Wave at your wife. She's filming you. Cool. We're going to start over. Let's do this again. Okay. So," and he reads the first lines. The guy reads his second chunk of dialogue. He doesn't start over with David Cross. So David stops him and is like, "Hey, so when I said start over, that means like we go back to the start and do it over." And he's still trying to be nice to this guy because it's starting to seem like maybe he's not all there.
Yeah,
and then the
David
guy's
Cross
like,
never makes fun of someone who's mentally off.
well,
that's not his thing.
You could tell he was hesitating. There were long pauses. And then he looks at the guy and he's like, "Okay." And then the guy goes, "Well, I did that prior." And David goes, What? And he goes, "Yeah, I read that prior." And he goes, "No, you just read the second line." He goes, "Yeah, but prior, I read the first line." And David goes, "What are you talking about?" And the guy just with his hands goes, "We'll fix it in the cut." And then David Cross finally loses it a little bit, and I could see Sean Patton side stage giggling, his shadow shaking.
Yes.
And David Cross just goes, "We're not filming this." And then he's like, "Okay, man, we're gonna do this one more time. Let's start it over." Reads the top line, dude reads the punchline, and David Cross loses it. It was amazing. This Guigo went up on stage. But the best part was the whole time he's up there biffing it, his girlfriend or wife is sitting in the second row, smiling, taping him like, "I can't wait to show all my friends this beautiful memory."
I can't wait to show all the girls at the salon when Beckley went on stage and stole the show at the Run Ronnie Run concert.
Yes. It was crazy.
Damn. It would be an honor.
He didn't run at all.
It would be an honor, but just sitting there like as straight up as he could sit.
I love when a super spy talks like a vice presidential candidate.
Oh,
that is the best. When they're like, "I would be moved beyond mercy if I could join you in this moment in front of these fine people here at the historic Gothical Theater." And then just gets up there and eats his own ass. I love that.
It was fucking
a super spy who's actually a Manchurian candidate. Those are the best ones.
Yes.
We know a couple Manchurian candidates, Lund.
Oh,
what? We need a couple?
We know a couple.
Oh.
I think Sharpie's secretly a Manchurian candidate. He gets activated after a couple bong rips, and all of a sudden, he's ready to kill the president. Ooh, well, I'm glad you got to see that, Becker, and share that story with us.
It was amazing spycraft.
That brought spycraft.
It would have been funny if he just like topped it by falling off the stage or his pants come down.
Yes. His wife is holding his pants on a string and yanks him down. Ronnie, look, I'm doing it.
It was so consistently fucked up that my like never been a performer friend was like, so does he just like take that guy to every show, or does he pick an actor? And I was like, dude, no, that guy derailed the show. That wasn't for funsies. That ruined David Cross's set. He was mad. He was visibly mad.
He had the expectation that the guy could read the highlighted parts in English and was disappointed.
Oh, it was bad. And in order, that the guy could follow the order of a page. Holy shit.
Damn. Cut it together too. Like what did he think? He's not worried about the live show because when it comes out, he'll be able to shine.
They'll fix it and edit. He's too stupid to read it in order, but understands editing production.
Yeah.
This is all
He'll
fake,
fix it in the post-mortem.
I'll be ready for the late show. No, there's no late show. All right. Well, yeah, I'll be on point in Poughkeepsie. And it's like, you're not going to Poughkeepsie.
I was scream laughing when he did the cutting with his fingers and said, we'll fix it in the edit. Like, no, man.
You broke another chair.
Yeah.
I did try to fight a guy in the audience.
What? Becker, go on.
Oh, I forgot about
go on,
that. You just said throw a chair. Some guy came in next to me, like all coked up and like huge. The guy was like 7 feet tall and this giant coked up machine of a man.
Good.
And he sat down next to me and kept like, for like 40 minutes, was waving his fucking hands in front of my face because he was just like coke fidgeting on the fucking railing on the balcony at the Gothic. And finally, like 45 minutes in, I was like, hey, dude, could you wave your fucking hand in my face some more?
Lunge. Yeah.
Yeah, I went full on. And then he was like, I got surgery, sorry. And I was like, find a place to fucking put it and get comfortable. And then he was like, I can throw you over this railing. And I laughed and said, fucking try.
Whoa.
And then
holy shit, that dude was full Lund too. Whoa. He got Lund on Lund.
Yeah. Oh,
holy shit.
And then he apologized and like sat there and didn't look at me or move for the rest of the show. And then when we got up to leave, I threw every chair behind me so that him and his wife had to pick up chairs to leave the balcony.
Oh my God, Becker.
Yep. I threw chairs at a friend's wedding. What are you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Toppled those heavy ass stools that they have up there on the balcony at the Gothic, just one after the other, so he couldn't get the fuck out of there all drunk and coked up.
Yes, dude.
I was pissed.
Whoa, Becker.
Yeah.
Damn, he hit you with the throw you over the railing and you laughed. I love it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we're sitting above the stage. You're gonna throw me onto David Cross's stage? That's a fun way to go to prison. Fucking idiot.
So Lund, yeah, that is how you interact with the world. Both those versions that we just heard are you. So maybe let that be a mirror held up to your behavior.
Inside of everyone, there are two Lunds.
They're eating their way out.
And they're both about to break.
Fuck. Yeah,
that's
Becker.
Wild. What he said, he had to wave his hand because of a surgery. That's
he had like a little scar, like right on the base of his palm, and showed it to me after I was like, "Hey, can you stop doing it? Like, could you do that more?" And then when he showed me that, I was like, "I don't fucking care. Find a place to put it and get comfortable. You're an adult man.
Sit on it, Potsy."
Yeah, if you're in so much pain that you have to wave your arm for, but he was visibly coked out. He was also sitting there like. Yak facing while adjusting the way he was sitting in like monkey style every fucking 10 seconds.
Monkey style.
Fuck, man. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, Becker.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Dog would have been so proud of you.
Dog
You're real, Dad.
Shit
Dog.